Hi, I'm Samara Gardner, and this is your Week 10 UOW update. We all know there are some pretty big ideas coming out of UOW, and the university has shown some of them off with its first ever Big Ideas Festival. We went along for some inspiration.
It's really important that we're not insular in our research, that we don't just go away in our own little cubby hole and do research for research's sake. So this gives us the opportunity to see what other people think. We've got people from a really diverse background and community people who may not even have gone to university can inform how our research is conducted. So their questions and their opinions is going to count for making our research better in the future.
I think it's really important for a university to promote what its staff are doing and also particularly to engage in the community. It's important that research speaks to all kinds of people, from people who are just lay people interested in a topic right through to people who have a professional and academic interest in it.
Well, I've actually found it an enlightening experience from my own perspective. As a researcher, you tend to be concentrating on your own little world of research. So it's been quite an experience to see the diversity of research that's ongoing at the university. And I would say that for the wider community, then there is an opportunity here to see the diversity of research experience and expertise that exists within the university.
Not just academics taking the spotlight. A group of students and staff have created a DIY rainbow crossing, an undeniably bright idea.
This rainbow crossing was put up and organised by the Ally Network in conjunction and collaboration with the Queer Collective. It's just in protest to having a rainbow crossing permanently put in place at Taylor Square.
I think it's important because we've got such diversity across the campus in both the staff and the students. So the Ally Network is about promoting a recognition of that and everyone coming together, whether you're gay, straight, lesbian, bi, trans, anything, just coming together and showing pride in who you are.
As an ally network of UOW, we decided on Wendy's initiative that we would do a DIY rainbow. We thought that was really important as part of demonstrating to students and staff that we're an inclusive, diverse university, and I think what better way than a big bright rainbow.
I think it is absolutely awesome, and I hope it doesn't get washed away.
I'd love to see a permanent rainbow on campus. I think that would be really good for diversity.
Let's take it one step at a time and see whether we can work towards a permanent rainbow crossing.
May is the month for Australia's biggest morning tea. Celebrating 20 years of the fundraiser, the Cancer Council has decided to not only fight the disease, but wastefulness too.
Today we're just launching Illawarra's Cuppa for Cancer. It's just a side knockoff for Australia's biggest morning tea. Australia's biggest morning tea is Cancer Council New South Wales' largest and most popular fundraiser. It has been happening for 20 years, and that's also part of the celebration today.
This is the first year they've done the Keep Cups, and I think it's a fabulous idea because we're all a little bit more aware of our environmental footprint. I think a lot of people, can have them in their car and they just get a refill. And they're nice and big as well.
The Keep Cups, well, they're for a good cause as well as for a good cause for the environment as well. So it's a great way for people to support us and to support the environment. It's great to see that people are using them and that there is a bigger demand for them as well. Rush is supporting the Cuppa for Cancer, so they're selling our cups.
The environment's always kept in mind with things like these, but also just commonly, more these days, we're finding that people are visiting their local cafes. They probably don't have the time to have a morning tea at home. We all have busy lives. So this way, we wanted people to come into the local cafes, buy a Keep Cup, hashtag their support, make a donation, and do anything that the modern day, university student or young professional would do.
Think you're smarter than a high school kid? You might just think again after checking out these local students heading off to the Intel Science and Engineering Fair in America this week. These students were offered the opportunity to travel to Arizona after prize winning in the 2012 Young Scientists Awards. the Young Scientist Awards had over 700 entries last year from students in kindergarten to year 12. It sees budding scientists come up with their own innovative investigations and working models to be judged by a panel. Last week, 3 prize-winning students presented their experiments at UOW in celebration of the university's partnership with the Young Scientists Awards.
International Science and Engineering Fair, I've actually been afforded the opportunity to go once before, so I sort of have an idea what to expect, and I would have to say it is one of the best experiences of my entire life.
Both of the boys who will be our Intel ISO finalists have very, very strong projects. So I'm really crossing my fingers. What an unscientific thing to say.
The way we treat animals is always a hot topic. UOW's Animal Rights Society is holding a series of talks on the subject. Bede Carmody was the first guest speaker and discussed his chicken sanctuary, A Poultry Place. Located just outside Canberra, it is a safe haven for poultry that's been running since 2001.
It's an animal sanctuary I started up back in January 2001, and it's devoted to taking care of chickens, ducks, turkeys, geese, that have come from intensive farm situations that have been dumped by people in public ponds and public parks. When I was a chicken eater and an egg eater, I took for granted how they were produced. Once I found out how the animals were produced, I had to stop. It was an ethical decision for me, and I see the role of a poultry place is to educate people as well. May is actually International Respect for Chickens Month, and that's why I'm here.
We're always looking for new ideas within the society and trying to get people involved, and it's sort of an issue that's come up a lot lately, people being pressured to buy free-range eggs and free-range chickens. We only just sort of started the society last year, so this is our first. But we're thinking about getting more in, we'd like to get someone in from Sea Shepherd to have a talk, and so it's a growing progress.
Education is a popular degree at UOW, but will there be enough teaching jobs for our graduates when they finish up? We thought the Education Careers Fair might have the answer.
Maths and science teachers, we're still placing them in our top private and independent schools, and special needs, primary, it really does depend on the teacher, but I think at this point in time we are seeing a bit of a saturation in the market for teachers.
It's a very intense experience, I know from my own experience. For everyone, there's so much work goes into their training, and there are so many expectations. But when that first year of actually putting it all together can be really a complicated one.
There's a lot of hesitation about whether it is possible to get a job, especially in Wollongong, where it's really popular to do it. So a lot of people are looking to kind of get away from Wollongong if they want to get a guaranteed job. I know that if I want a guaranteed job, I should head into the country. I'm not very tempted to do that, but maybe outside of Wollongong would be a bit more of a plausible idea for me.
I think our busiest time of year is sort of around March, April, when teachers have graduated, perhaps not gained employment in Australia, and start to explore other options, and one of the better options is to go to the UK.
More on education, and Dragons captain Ben Craig has helped launch a new NRL-themed children's book. Footy Fables aims to get kids hitting the field and the library. Andrea Hogan has the story.
Footballers might not necessarily be known for their academic abilities, but we learnt not to judge a book by its cover at the launch of Rugby League Reads.
Players go out to schools and read to kids, and also I suppose drumming the message about the importance of being able to read and learning to read, and that's been a very successful program. Today they've launched the Footy Fables book, so they've developed a set of short stories on all the 16 clubs, and within those stories has also all the superstars of the games as well. If there was a book out when I was a kid with some of my heroes and some of the Illawarra Steelers players, I would have loved reading about it. That's why it's great seeing the kids so excited today about it. I know the book's going to be a big hit. The Dragons story, I won't fill you in too much, but I know there's an emu, an egg, a New South Wales Origin side, a Queensland side, and myself trying to get away from the Queensland side. So there's a few things happening in our book, yeah.
And what was your favourite book as a kid?
I love Goosebumps books. There seem to be one out every week. Always a different story. It used to be great.
Do you think you'd like to maybe be a football player, or do you think maybe would you like to write books or something completely different?
Well, I'd like to be a number of things when I grow up, but I reckon footy would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you think that you could get into writing or drawing if you can't quite make it into footy?
Well, yeah, probably.
Some things look a lot easier to do than they actually are. Spinning the decks is no mean feat, as our reporters found out when the search for Australia's best student DJ kicked off.
Hi, we're here at the Duck Pond lawn for the first heat of the DJ competition, where up-and-coming DJs battle it out to see who can drop the best beats. Let's go check it out. And what do you think this kind of event showcases the local talent here at the university?
Well, for people here, well, for me alone, there's not many opportunities for competitions or anything like that. So when I saw this, I thought I might as well have a go, because who knows when the next one will be. There's not many, so it's very good.
It's really good for like individual self-esteem and exposure. Just helps the confidence, I think.
Not so much energy.
It's so good. Everyone wants to be a DJ these days, and there's a lot of things going around, but having it so close and having such a good setup here is really good. Especially it's my first time doing any sort of competitions.
You've just judged the competition. What were you looking for in particular?
I was looking for like flair, something different, and people that use different genres, things like that, tricks, originality. Yeah, anyone that's got something different, basically.
Ever loved UOW's ducks so much you wanted to take one out to dinner? If so, we hope you made it to Dine with the Ducks, just like our reporters did.
Over 100 people were pumped to meet their fellow kin over some pumpkin soup at the Dine with the Ducks event on Thursday as part of UOW Wellbeing's Get Connected campaign.
Dine with the Ducks is part of our Get Connected campaign. So Get Connected has a focus on the social dimension of health and wellbeing, where basically we're encouraging people to come out, meet other students, bring their own friends, and just take some time out from their study to relax and establish different networks.
Why is it so important to get connected with a whole different network of people?
Increasing your experience and increasing your social connections of networks can really help you in many ways. So if you know more people, it might be able to have more job opportunities.
So what drew you to come down here today for Dine with the Ducks?
Yeah, no, it's often a bit difficult to meet people because you see so many people walking around, but you never really get to meet people. And I guess if you sit down and have a talk to someone, yeah, you meet more people, and yeah, it's definitely good.
Excuse me, sir. How have you found the Dine with the Ducks event today? Come on, mate. Offer a comment. What are you trying to hide? Excuse me, boys. What do you reckon of that annual Dine with the Ducks event over there? This event, it's just not popular with the ducks, but it has been popular with the people.
And finally, this week's On The Spot still sees us continuing to celebrate our mums. We rolled out the red carpet for you to tell us just exactly what makes your mum the best.
What makes your mum awesome?
Well, my birthday's coming up and I had uni, so I wanted to get the Splendid tickets. So she sat online for about 3 hours, called about 100 people to try and get them for me.
I suppose because she's a nurse. Well, she's Indian, so she can cook really good curry, and it's homemade too.
My mum is the best cook in the world.
My mum's awesome because she backs me up in anything I want to do, and she goes along with me for the ride.
Well, we're sisters, so we have the same mum. But what I think makes our mum awesome is that she just gets so excited all the time. She's so happy all the time, and excitement rubs off on everyone. And she's just a really nice, friendly person to be around. She always has a smile, and she always makes you smile when she's talking to you.
Just does everything that she can out of her way and doesn't expect anything in return. She's absolutely frothing. Love her.
And that's our update for this week. I'm Samara Gardner. Good luck as all those final assignments start piling up.